this is our dashboard. This is what one uses to control and input content on my site. This is accessible only to myself as the administrator of the website. And this goes for any kind of software. There's a passworded, privileged access to any website software to allow the administrator to shape it as they wish. It consists of what's called a sidebar, this black column down the left with various site actions. We're going to go over a few right now. And then, of course, I can toggle back and forth, visiting the site that we just discussed, and coming back onto my dashboard. Another handy aspect feature of this is to see how my website would actually present itself on a phone, for example. It's going to look different. And most of us these days are accessing websites on our phones. So it's important to kind of take a look at how this is going to be presented on a website, and so that it can be taken into account in terms of design. You can do the same also for search and social platforms. So we'll go back to the desktop, and we call it consultant. We've covered simple blog, the consulting aspects, and we're about to get into further aspects on the back end. I think I would like to talk about the help queue. This question mark at the bottom is an excellent search for help on how to use WordPress. So, for example, how to embed video that I just gave you an example of. It will give you explanatory information on how to actually do this with narrative articles, and often it has videos that are provided to give someone an idea of how this is done. In terms of the other elements that we want to look at, apart from help, we've covered the sidebar, the visit site aspect of it. There is, if we go and switch site and go to other, you see there's a whole list of sites. Many of these are test sites that I've done. You can, WordPress.com is free initially, and it's free to add up to a couple dozen sites. If you have family events, if you have other hobbies, if you have other small businesses, this is a unique feature of WordPress.com. You will not find on WordPress.org, the more powerful application, which typically they will charge you on a site-by-site basis. So after we're done looking at the back end on this demo, we'll actually go and add a new site and do some basic actions and see how that looks for folks. So we'll go back to our site, and I think with that I'll get into exactly how to use some specific functions on the dashboard. All posts is going to look at the various categories of information I just showed you on the demo blog, Marketing Maven. It will list the individual articles, and it will, if you click on it, you can go in and edit any given page. So this is the gallery of images that I showed on working to visit an expo in New York. And if I start clicking on these elements in the website, these are what are called blocks. This is a paragraph block. If I would start typing, I could type additional information in that block. This is a gallery of images that, again, I can, if I want to, I can replace an image, I can add to an image on this. And this is an example of a garden variety paragraph block, and this is a headline block. So there are various kinds of visual text formatting blocks I can obtain. If I go on click, this will show all of these kinds of text, media, design, and other kinds of widgets where I can assemble these blocks into a web page in WordPress. So posts by their nature are changeable, like a blog article. And these changing topics that you saw on my blog, favorite PC tools, my Toastmasters speeches, are what we think of typically as being contained in a blog. Pages, on the other hand, tend to be more static content. And again, these are a variety of these pages that I showed you on my website, Contact Me, some of the consulting tutorials and other pages. So let's just take one example. Again, if I click on it, I can do the editing for this. So this will come up. This will appear in a formatted form that I've accessed on WordPress.com. And again, I'm free to go in here and do any edits I choose. This again is set up in blocks. I can, through a variety of functionality on the site, it gets into a little bit more complexity, either here or on the right sidebar bar, do more things to this booking appointment.